Hello, everyone. I'm Christina. Welcome back, everyone, and to everyone who's new here, welcome to my channel. The name is easier than it looks. So I want to start by saying hello to everyone. Hello, Brian, Carol, Debbie, Dan, Richard. I'm pretty sure I haven't missed anybody. Welcome. Ooh, it's getting crazier out there. It's not that we didn't see it coming, but we definitely need to keep up because you never know if you need to tighten something up on a certain thing that you might need before it happens. And when it comes to sugar, it's not just about a sweet tooth. No, this is connected to a lot of things. And so for there to be a sugar shortage, it means a lot. It really does. And we're going to go over um, at least some of what that means right here on this live. I want to give a shout out to Off Grid Desert Farming and Daily Excellence. Um, Links are in the description box, and links to my backup channels too. Definitely check those out. Thank you for coming. All right, so today's video live, it's about the sugar shortage and drilling lease and all this stuff. So let's go ahead, and get started. The sugar shortage, it's coming. It means that less veggies are coming from crops. One, do you know how many vegetables that we get sugar from? And how many, like it's corn for sure that we get ethanol. I don't know if there are more, but we import sugar also. And they're saying it's not just like an American thing. No, this is like global. All right. It means that we're going to have less veggies, not just for fuel. It's going to be less veggies for us. And, when you think about sugar, if you like bread and you use yeast to make your bread rise, well, it likes sugar to activate the yeast. Okay, so if you pull up some of just the headlines that are recent, I mean, it comes up with so much, it's actually scary. Like, what food shortages are coming 2023? Right away, it says a bread, flour, and wheat shortage are likely, right? It just said likely. Are there sugar shortages? Production reduced. In the March 2023 World Agricultural Supply and Demand estimates, the 22-23 U.S. total sugar supply is reduced by 54,000 short tons, raw value to 14.460 million from the last month. As the larger sugar production, a new record realized, is offset by lower imports. So imports are affecting it also. Okay, it says here March 28th, 2023. Skyrocketing. See here. Sugar prices and fruit and vegetable shortages drive UK food inflation. So it says here the spike of global sugar prices coupled with the shortages of fruits and vegetables has driven the UK to historical inflation rates. Food inflation accelerated to 15 to 17% for the fresh food category, the highest data points ever recorded by the British Retail Consortium, which tracks food prices since 2005. The Office for National Statistics, which has longer historical records, revealed earlier this month that prices for food and non-alcoholic drinks are soaring at the highest rate since 1977, since I was an Army brat in Fort Polk, Louisiana. Shop price inflation has yet to peak. As Easter approaches, the rising cost of sugar, coupled with high manufacturing costs, left customers with sour taste as price rises for chocolate, sweets, fizzy drinks. Nonetheless, some retailers that impose buying limits on vegetables and fruits. See, it's not just the sugar, it's affecting the availability of vegetables and fruits too, like tomatoes, because tomato is actually a fruit, and cucumbers. All right, that's what it's affecting. It's the UN says the UN Food and Agriculture Organization It said earlier this month that sugar prices are shooting up due to concerns about lower export availability from India and strong global import demand for the commodity. Sugar commodity prices rose 6.9% in February. And Steve Poplar on the Poplar Report, he was saying, hey, watch the sugar. Oh, we got a visitor today. Hey, sweetie. He likes to get my attention. This is Tootsie Roll. If y'all don't remember this sweet face. See? Oh, sorry. Yeah, he got big, like a small dog. Hi, Kathleen and Carol. And Disney. Connie. Did I say hello to Clarissa? I'm trying to say hello to everybody. Yes, sugar shortage is the only way I'm going to lose any weight. Bless your heart. Oh my goodness, you're funny. Okay. Um, this one says sugar prices hit record highs as fuel crisis cuts refining. Daily refining capacity of Citigroup is 5,000 tons, which has come down to below 2,000 tons due to gas shortage. We get a lot of our fuel from vegetables, and if vegetables are suffering, fruits, sugar cane, it would affect our fuel too. So that could be bad, because it's just going to feed it. It's going to keep feeding the problem like an ever-ending cycle. But anyway, this article here says, despite sufficient imports of unrefined sugar compared to the demand in the country, the price of the product continues to rise due to disruption of refining due to gas and power shortages, said people inside the industry. To control the price of the product, government set the price of sugar at TK 90 per kilogram, but it is being sold at TK 125 per kilogram, which I don't know what that means, but I can tell you it's an increase. So that's another article. What is this one? April 12th, sugar prices spike to a decade high on rising worries of a global shortage. Let me see, April 12th. Yep, raw sugar prices touched their highest level in a decade as the prospect of global supply shock intensified. Prices in New York rose as much as 1.9% Wednesday before pairing gains. So see, it's not just over in Europe, it's right here in the United States too. But here it says the sugar prices have surged 19% so far this year. It's April. That's a lot. Okay. Meanwhile, stockpiles in Brazil are low due to a late harvesting start caused by a significantly rainy season. And supplies are also lagging in Europe, Pakistan, Thailand, China, and Mexico. Also affecting sugar prices is Friday's white sugar contract expiry for May, with many traders expected to close their short positions. Prices in London for refined white sugar slipped 1% Wednesday. But on Tuesday, they climbed 2.7 to their highest level since 2011. Ooh, that sent the so-called white premium, the difference between refined and raw, to a record high on Tuesday. All right. Now, Steve Poplar on the Poplar Report had also mentioned just a few days ago, hold on, there was going to be some kind of paper shortage, and he talks a lot about shrinkflation. Well, down here, today, I got a firsthand look at the. I was almost expecting it because I knew the price couldn't just stay like that forever. But he mentioned a paper shortage, and at the dollar store, I can get 6 rolls for $1. So I went in there to get some today. Well, guess what? Now it's 4 rolls for $1. They took 2 rolls out. 2. I guess they needed an even number. But this right here, I was like, oh, there's that paper thing and shrinkflation thing going on. Now, all of this right before election time, of course. So, as of March 29th, 2023, an article comes out by? Who wrote this? Some business called NPR, some news people. I don't know, but it's their energy section, and it says the Biden administration sells oil and gas leases in the Gulf of Mexico. Now, it's not like just turning on a tap and you get your gas. Now, it takes a couple months for everything. Once you start, getting that oil pumped out, it takes time, because you still got to send it through the refineries and all this stuff. But it at least gives me an idea, okay, because Biden's been so hard up on not drilling in our own backyard. He's gone to everybody else in the world for oil, and they've just basically been shutting the door in their face. It's getting very close to election time, and here comes this article. Biden administration sells oil and gas leases in the Gulf of Mexico. Fossil fuel energy companies looking to extract oil and natural gas from U.S. waters in the Gulf of Mexico got a boost on Wednesday as they secured access to 1.6 million acres of waters offered at auction. That was just a fraction of some 73.3 million acres of federal waters the Interior Department's Bureau of Ocean Energy Management opened up for bidding. Officials spent more than an hour reading aloud the bids in Lease Sale 259, with some 13,600 blocks of outer continental shelf acreage in the Gulf of Mexico at stake. I know where that is. And it shows here on the map that it's basically, it's not they have like the western area of the Gulf, which is basically the Texas side. Then central is, Louisiana, Mississippi, and then there's the eastern side of the Gulf, Alabama and Florida. They're not planning to go on the eastern side, just basically the western and central area to drill, or at least, lease out for drilling. Okay. It's the second time this month that the Biden administration has opened federal territory for new oil drilling after it approved the large controversial Willow project in Alaska on March 13th. The oil and gas lease auction was written into a budget deal. The sale brought in nearly $264 million. The Gulf auction is both lambasted and applauded. Yep, he's so hardcore about not drilling, but now he's ready to drill, or at least do something. But if they're at a point where they have no choice but to do something that they are so hard lined against, then it just screams desperation to me. That you remember that part of the movie on Titanic where they finally see the glacier and they realize they have to turn this big old ship, but the rudder's too small. It doesn't corner very well, and we're headed for a crash. Okay. Expanding dirty energy will worsen the climate crisis, and the drilling must stop. Blah 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 blah. So I know that this might be exciting news, but is it too little, too late? And it makes you wonder, with the way that the climate is going, can crops survive this hurricane season on the coast? Can it survive this blistering heat summer? Can it survive? Okay. And even if we're drilling for oil, once it's drilled, is it going to be for Americans, or is it only going to be for like the military or airplanes, or is it going to be exported to another country, or is it going to be, I don't know, where is that oil going? Is that going to be for us? And and then it makes you wonder, because most of the time when Biden does something, it's for somebody else on the other side of the world. We kind of just get shoved under the rug like, somebody's ugly stepsister. But yep. Election time is coming sooner than later. So I imagine now, if there's, among other things, everything's going short. You can't rely on the vegetables to ramp up that fuel stock. You're getting plastic shortages. You're getting shortage after shortage after shortage. People can't make deliveries. People can't feed their families. People's businesses are closing down. And why? Well, is it going to be too little, too late? We're in the last days, okay? Really, there's nothing that can save us. We know this, but Jesus Christ. So I don't want you to get your hopes up too much about these drilling things going on. It might bring some relief, maybe, but we don't know what God's plans are. We don't know. I mean, we're having problems. Even Mike from around the world said that the Gulf of Mexico was heating up. I mean, yeah, typically it would do that as we're getting closer to summer, but I don't think that's what he was talking about at all. I think he was saying it was heating up from below. And it just kind of makes you wonder, just kind of makes you wonder what's cooking at the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico. All right. Anyway, I wanted to bring that out also to let you know that, yeah, the wheat flour thing is a big deal too. The staples, the rice also, okay? All the staples are being removed, okay? So it may have started with your favorite processed foods in the frozen freezer section, or maybe some of your candy bars or your soft drinks, but the staples, that's what was making them up. And this is all happening, and I told y'all to watch for that sugar. So if you have a low blood sugar issue, you might want to store some sugar in some safe place, like those buckets and Mylar bags, or however people do that. Okay. I'm going to look at the comments real quick. All right. Hello, Adrian. It's good to see you, sister. Thank you for having everybody. And Richard. Wonder why. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, well, it looks like everything is good. Thank you all for stopping by. I love you. God bless all of you tonight. And for all of you who come later, you have a great night. Bye.